I've had 3 babies, all with St. Francis. My first 2, I had an epidural and didn't really think about having a doula. But the 3rd baby, about 38 weeks, I was diagnosed with a blood clot. So with the medicine that I was going to be on, I couldn't have an epidural. And so when they told me that, I figured I need some help. I first met my doula. Her name is Wynn Flynn. A couple of days after I had called the Doula Services. We met one night, and the backup doula also came, just in case we needed her. My actual due date was right around Thanksgiving, so to have a backup doula there was good, just in case somebody was tied up with family. And so both of them came, and it was really nice to meet both of them, and they were very nice people. So we met and we went over. She wanted to get to know my husband and I, so we just, sat down and had some conversation and just kind of got to know each other and where we were from and where we lived, and then we started talking about the birthing plan, and she pulled out some information and we kind of went over some things that I had envisioned and some things that I wanted to have in the delivery room and some things that I didn't like and what I didn't want. And she made notes, made sure that she had all that down so that when the day came, she didn't do something that I didn't want to have done, or if I had a specific request, like I didn't want anybody in the delivery room besides my husband and I and her. She knew that, so she knew what she needed to do, if somebody came to the door and wanted to come in. The day of labor, I actually had to be induced, so we got here early in the morning. I had the medicine running, and she came in, and we started to talk about some things that we could start doing when the pain started to kick in. One thing that she really helped with was giving my husband some instructions, because men tend to feel a little helpless during this process, and so she actually gave him some things that he could do to help me through the pain. So we just sat there and we kind of talked, and she got all her the yoga ball, and the peanut is what they call it, and that showed me what we could do with that. And because of the blood clot, there were certain things that I couldn't do. I couldn't get up and walk around. So we started talking about things that I could do instead of that. So then the pain started to kick in, and she just went right to work on the pressure points and the counterpoints, I guess, and the massaging, and just helping me stay calm and helping me remember how to breathe, because sometimes you could hold your breath during the pain, and she was there just to help me remember the things that I needed to do to kind of get through the pain. We had a baby boy, 9 pounds, so he was a big boy to have naturally. So it was a surprise that I had a 9-pound baby boy, and he's wonderful, and he has 2 older sisters who really, really are just over the moon about him, so that's nice. Wynn actually stayed until after the baby was born, and then when we got our new room. So she was there when I started to nurse the baby. So she helped make sure that he was latched on. She also made sure that I was comfortable doing it if I needed some help. She also came back the next day to see the baby and also to see me and see how I was doing. She wanted to make sure that I was comfortable, if I was having any pain, if the baby was doing good, and if the baby was latching on. So she not only just stayed through the birth, but she's been a continual influence in my life and the baby's life, and even now I'll get a call from her every once in a while just to see how I'm doing, see how the baby's doing. Another great thing that I wanted to mention was that when, right after the baby was born, like immediately, she grabbed my phone and started snapping pictures. And I have some of the most wonderful pictures that I would have never taken and my husband would have never taken. It's just, looking back, you see somebody else's point of view that was happening in the delivery room, because there's so much stuff going on. And so I have these great pictures from her that I get to see what she saw in the delivery room, and that was wonderful because it was kind of different what I saw from laying in the bed. It's wonderful having 3 babies, and it's wonderful to have had them all at St. Francis. When I was pregnant with my first one, we were about to be transferred to Columbia, and I said, nope, I'm having my baby at St. Francis. You're not going to take me to Columbia yet. I'm going to have it at St. Francis. And so we stayed until we had her, and so we kept coming back. That's just how much confidence that I have in this hospital and the people here.